I had an incredible luck and honor to hunt out a real masterpiece of modern art worth thousands of pounds in an ordinary charity shop. From time to time, I visit charity shops where I usually purchase some second-hand dolls. Yes, I mean dolls, ordinary little dolls that charities sell for £1 or so. I am a single person, so I just must buy, as a kind of substitute, some nice looking dolls. They please my eyes in the daytime, and they share my bed at night, where I usually pay them my ardent tributes. I cannot afford those big erotic dolls made of rubber. They are usually flat and exhausted after one night. And as far as I know, sex shops do not approve any returns. As for real women, they cannot stand the intensity of my erotic interest for more than a few days. And apart from it, the older I am, I find it more and more difficult to catch a proper victim. So I am just sentenced for this kind of purchases. Cheap second-hand dolls being sold in charities. And now the story of my lucky purchase. Passing a little charity shop on my way from the local supermarket, I realized that I still had a couple of coins in my pocket. And I also realized one more thing. I was just fed up with that Barbie doll that I had bought there during my previous visit. She seemed to ignore my sublime poetry. She was cold and unapproachable. I felt our relationship was almost over, and sooner or later I would put her on the shelf in my room, when I store and display my little harem. Dozens of Barbie and non-Barbie dolls, with all skin and hair colors you can only imagine. I got bored and disappointed with Gloria, and this is why I jumped into the charity shop to pick up a new doll. And I immediately started to penetrate the big box filled with an incredible variety of children's toys and dolls. I was a steady customer in the charity, and the shop assistant must have guessed my peculiar passion for dolls. The strict, oldish lady gave me a look of dislike and disgust, but I ignored her. Hunting a new doll, I'm a kind of hypnotized. I ignore surroundings, and the only things I can see are these little figures dressed with the frolic skirts and miniskirts. But do not think I pick up any doll. No, I'm not that easy. I've got my pride and my strong moral principles. For half an hour I had been examining all little dolls in the box, paying attention to their proportions, face expressions, size, and haircut. I had even to undress one little doll to judge properly her figure and the quality of the make, causing shock and distress of the charity staff. I tried to disarm them, saying, I purchased these dolls for a disgustingly rich and freaky Japanese collector, but this legend doesn't work very well. Anyway, on that particular day, I couldn't find a doll that was able to meet my special criteria. So angry, frustrated, and irritated, I was ready to leave the shop when suddenly a little red and white figure attracted my attention. Yes, it was him, the famous and infamous Mr. Fox. And I am proud, to say I immediately recognized the immense artistic value of this masterpiece and the philosophical depth of the message the sculpture delivered. I sensibly presume a part of my viewers do not have the sufficient knowledge and sensitivity to judge properly the immense artistic value of this artwork. So I owe you some induction and some necessary explanations. What strikes us at the first sight is the noble simplicity of the masterpiece. There are only 3 colors at play and a few pieces of wood. Modern art does not tend to reproduce the reality. If it happens to imitate real objects, it does so in an extremely economic way. But what is very special about this particular artwork? The unknown artist has offered us some opportunity to rearrange the figure so that we could explore our own creativity, so that we could explore new and surprising aspects of this sculpture. The fox looks quite decent and proper. So why? Why did I feel such a strong kinship between us, between him and me from the very start? And I have found the answer. Look at it, please. It takes only a few seconds and a few simple operations to transform this seemingly innocent pet into something mysterious, exciting, and intimidating. Look at it. What a powerful metaphor of the human nature. Mr. Fox is just me. At the first sight, we all look decent and proper, but it doesn't take a lot to expose our dark side, usually hidden from the eyes of the public. Monsieur Fox, c'est moi. So this unimpressive and innocent sculpture proved to be a powerful metaphor of the human nature, and I have already received many really attractive financial offers from the collectors and museums all over the world. But I strongly reject the offers. I find the sculpture just priceless, and Susie, my new little friend, strongly supports my resistance. So let me introduce my Susie, this nice, charming little creature that is now the ornament of my dolls collection. Susie and Mr. Fox have become real friends. Some people may say it is rather awkward to adore such a little artificial object. They obviously do not understand what true love is. When you happen to love a real person, you can always hope for some mutual affection. In this case, it is rather impossible. My love to this little creature does not expect any reciprocation. I love her, although I have no hope to be loved. It is pure, selfless, and sublime. So this is the highest and the most noble form of love. Although I have no hope to get her mutual affection, every night I deliver in front of her visible and abundant proofs of my erotic fascination.